Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are still on trigonometry and we shall be calculating the length of a side using cos. This is very similar to the last lesson on sine and tan, so you should be able to pick it up relatively quickly, and it is something we did cover in class before as well, so it's a little bit of revision for us. Good news is we're nearing the end of the trig unit, but most of these have been doing really well on it, so well done. First things first, remind ourselves of the rule. Cos x is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Question number 1. So we'll start this the same as we start all of them by labelling the sides. So I'm standing at the 52, so that side is called the opposite. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle box, and then that one's left as the adjacent. Step 2, we write down the rule. Cos x equals adjacent over hypotenuse. We fill in the information from the triangle into the rule. Crucial point, remember, is the angle will go in there. So I'm going to get cos 52 degrees will equal the adjacent. The adjacent is called x, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 31. Same as usual, I want the x by itself, so I'm going to take the 31 and I'm going to move it over there. So I'm going to get 31 cos 52 equals x. If you're using a scientific calculator, you can just type that into your calculator straight away. If you're using your phone, you will know that we have to do this in backwards. So what I'm going to do in the phone is I'm going to do 52 cos times 31. Okay. So 52 cos times 31. The answer is 19.08. The 8 rounds the 0 up 1 to a 1. So x will equal 19.1 centimetres. Second question. Again, we start by labelling the sides. So I'm standing here, so there's the opposite. Hypotenuse is opposite the right angle box. And the last one is the adjacent. Write down the rule. Remember, we're always using cos in this exercise. So cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Fill in the information. Remember, the angle goes there. The adjacent side is called x, the hypotenuse is 59, and then I'm going to move the 59 up there. 59 cos 43 is going to equal x. Again, in my calculator, I'm going to do this in reverse. I'm going to do 43 cos times 59. So 43 cos times 59, and that equals 43.1. centimetres. Remember, we're finding the length of a side, so it'll be centimetres or metres or whatever else is mentioned in the question. Final one. Again, start by labelling the sides. So I'm standing at the 70, so there's the opposite. The hypotenuse is opposite the right angle box, and the last one is the adjacent. Write down the rule. Cos x is adjacent over hypotenuse. Fill in the information. Cos 70 is going to equal x over 34. Take the 34 up to the other side. 34 cos 70 will equal x. Go to your calculator. We're going to do it in reverse. So it's going to be 70 cos times 34. 70 cos times 34. 11.6. Okay, so our success criteria for this, the things you need to be able to do to be successful at it, we've got the same steps as usual. You need to be able to label the sides correctly, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite. You need to be able to use the correct rule, which isn't a problem here because we're always using cos. You need to be able to correctly sub in the numbers. That means getting them in the right positions. You need to be able to move the bottom number across. And finally, you need to be able to successfully use your calculator to get the answer. And if you can do all those 5 steps, you'll be absolutely grand. Right, time for you to practice. So, question 1. Hit pause, give it a go. Right, start by labelling the sides. Opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. Write down the rule. Cos x equals a over h. Fill in the numbers. Cos 43 degrees will equal x over 25. Move the 25 up there. 25 cos 43 equals x. Go to the calculator. It's going to be in reverse. It's going to be 43 cos times 25. Oh, wrong one. 43 cos times 25. That's going to equal 18.28, which will be 18.3 to 1 decimal place. Second one. Same again. Hit pause. Give it a go. Okay, we're going to start by labelling the sides. Opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. We're going to write down the rule. Cos x equals a over h. We're going to fill in the information. Cos 31 degrees equals x over 24. I'm going to take the 24 to the other side. 24 cos 31 will equal x. Calculator, remember, we're going to do this in reverse. So it's going to be 31 cos times 24. 20.57, the 7 rounds the 5 up one number. 20.6. Last one for you to try just now. Hit pause, give it a go. Okay, we're going to label the sides. So I'm standing at the 64, so there's the opposite. Hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle box, and that one's the adjacent. Write down the rule. Cos x is adjacent over hypotenuse. Fill in the information. Cos 64 degrees will equal x over 35. Move the 35 over to the other side. 35 cos 64 equals x. Go to the calculator. We're going to do that in reverse. 64 cos times 35. So that 64 cos times 35 equals 15.3 centimeters. Okay. I'll see you next time.